Hello, everybody, and welcome. Konnichiwa, konbanwa, ohayo gozaimasu, buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever and where you are in the world, welcome. I'm really sorry for the late start today, and we are having problem after problem after problem today. But I don't want to give up. I have really wanted to try this game at some point, and I'm trying not to let the technical problems stop me. The biggest problem we're having for today, chat, was that I wanted to play this game for you guys in 1440p, as I've been doing on Twitch for a lot of the streams. For my YouTube viewers, this hasn't been the case lately. We've usually been staying in 1080, so you guys aren't going to really notice much of a difference there on YouTube. But on Twitch, I do believe this should be displaying in 1080p. I want to thank Seraphina for claiming first, and Salty for getting second. Ohayo gozaimasu. Yahoo merchant. Yeah, it's definitely been troublesome for sure. Whenever I click off screen, the sound will stop too. I remember Seraphina complaining about this problem. Part of me wishes I ponied up for the remaster. Part of me really wishes I had invested in the remaster of this game now. If I'm being 100% honest. But otherwise, I'm excited to give it a try. I really am. I've seen Seraphina play it a bunch. I've seen others play it a bunch. And I'm really curious to see what happens. So, that said, Legend of Heroes is a massively long series of games. I've watched Seraphina over the past 6 months go through all of them. She's on her last one now. This happens to be the very first game they ever released. I believe it came out in 2004, which is 21 years ago now. It's almost as old as Final Fantasy XI. You think we would be good friends, right? But, that being said, let's just get right into it. I have my chat screen free movable now. I don't know where I'm gonna park it. I don't know if I need to move my avatar. Not any of that, chat. We're gonna figure this out as we go, okay? But let's see if we can have some fun in Legend of Heroes. Thank you so much all for joining, and welcome. We're just gonna switch over to the game screen. Alright, so far, we still do have the charity for Extra Life up. Can't say I've had, with outstanding results for the team, unfortunately. But, who knows? We'll see what happens. Let's just start. By going to Nightmare, it's your funeral. May Hades be with you. Difficult setting. But these you find normal. A little bit lacking. Normal. Average difficulty, for those wanting a little challenge. Rip is like saying, yeah, it's like saying, oh god, it's over. Like, there's, YouTube does have super chats and stuff like that, merchant. I don't have a members thing set up or any of that stuff yet. I'm woefully behind on all that kind of stuff. But I do have super chats enabled on YouTube. Dano chat, which one should I do? I'd like to think I'm an expert. Oh, for the charity. Ah, no. We can 100%. Yeah, let me get the link up on the YouTube chat for that. I'm gonna put it in Twitch chat too, because I'm being a bad streamer. Let's stop the sound for a second here. Copy the link. And then we're gonna copy this in Twitch chat. And I'm gonna pin it like a smart streamer. Right, and check that out. And I'm gonna go into YouTube chat, and I'm gonna add this. Ta-da! Sorry about that, chat. I had to get a little corrective here. My kids got home and I need to talk to a strange white van. What can you say, you know? Weird stuff. Thankfully, I know who's driving the van, so I'm not so scared. Alright. So there's the link, you guys. No pressure or anything like that. It's for Children's Miracle Network. I selected CHOP as the local hospital help for my page. They were the ones involved in both of my kids' births. And yeah, so there's a big reason behind that. Agnes Gracious, Great Balls of Fire. Sorry, chat. Let's get there. Ah! That's not what I wanted. Activity feed. There it is. Okay, good. I lost my activity feed. I need to see that in case people do stuff. Okay. Yeah, being a parent always does come first. No, my daughter got home and she's like, there's a weird white van out there. And I'm like, yeah, that would usually freak me out if I didn't know who drove it. But I do know who drives that one, so yeah, I'm glad she's paying attention. Really proud of her. Thank you for claiming third big door. Okay. So, did the van have I hope she didn't try to find out Twitchy. That'd be bad. That'd be no good. That would be bad. No, no, no. Okay, so, I don't know, like, Nightmare? Is Nightmare gonna be that bad, you think? You think I regret if I try Nightmare mode? Yahoo Yahoo ends! Yeah, I'm afraid that's probably what's gonna happen on the big door. We're gonna see what happens. Alright, let's shoot hard. Let's shoot hard. I don't want normal. Normal seems too easy. Yahoo, yahoo, Evelyn! Welcome, welcome. Estelle. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. Little Estelle. And Cher has gone traveling around the kingdom on some training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice as my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Huh? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope. I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though. I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Okay, so they have sneakers in this world. Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. Jewelry breaks when you go outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. So why don't you come have a look? All of a sudden, the blanket turns into a boy. What? Well, here you are. It's like I brought you a brother. Yeah, that'd be very, very creepy, merchant. Yahoo, yahoo, Kupo catnip! Hey, handsome boy, don't you think? I don't know if that's, like, the right thing to say right away there, Cassius, but okay. What? What? Why is my present a boy? Yeah, I was one. Yeah, thank you, Estelle, for pointing that out. That is a little strange. Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Well, God, I hope so. Looks kinda dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. Daddy's asking for some tea. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. Oh, it's fine, merchant. Everybody's got their own style, you know? I go for cozy and friendly. Some people like to make unique sounds. Some people like to yell at their audience and tease them. And for some audiences, they love that. Everybody's got their own vibe, you know? That's nice and all. But how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him into our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Oh my gosh, Estelle. Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from... Oh god, this name. Okay, let's see. Sherazard. No doubt from Sherazard, I presume. Yep, right. For heaven's sake. That girl is going to get me in trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Yeah, I might call him Charizard Merchant. Oh, look! Huh? Or her. He's waking up. Good morning, Joshua? Boy. Okay, we gotta move the chat. All the chat is over there. So you know what we're gonna do? Let's, Yep, I think we need to move it over here. Alright, chat, you're going over to the left side for now. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. But where am I? You're awake now, are you? You might need to go to the lower right with chat. This isn't feeling good either. Down seer, maybe? Alright, let's try down on the lower right for size. Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. You have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey. You sure shouting a lot for somebody who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. Just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute, don't try and change the subject. I don't know. Quick yelling! Alrighty. But you jumping on me like that isn't gonna make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. Word of advice. It'll be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I could see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know that thing people call you? I told you mine already. Don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? Oh, Estelle, she's a character. She's quite a character merchant. It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Some Shady? Oh no, not Some Shady? Okay. I thought we were going that direction. Am I getting a video? Or are we getting the title screen? Hey, there's the title screen. Guys, I didn't even play the game yet. You gotta, like, show me the title screen after I fight or something. Or do, like, anything. From its anime art style, I'm definitely getting heavy Suikoden vibes. Yeah, very, very heavy Suikoden vibes from the art style. In the anime. Just the anime specifically. Yeah, you know, one thing, I have seen the ending of this game. Twice now, actually. I watch a lot of Seraphina. And, it's got a very unique ending, too. I'll say that much. I don't even know a lot of the middle stuff, because, I mean, like, I can't watch her. I'm, like, at work when she's put on, so I, like, listen and do my work while I'm watching. So, like, there's obviously a ton of this game. I have no idea. I don't understand the finer nuances of everything or any of that kind of stuff, you know? But I do know the ending is quite memorable. We're just gonna say that, chat. I'm not gonna say anything else. I don't wanna spoil nothing. We're just gonna say it's one of the most memorable endings to an RPG I think I've ever seen. Cute, cute. Okay, so we got 3D world, 2D characters. This is kind of like an early attempt at 2.5. It's so bright in here. A nice touch. She's actually in a nightgown. In her profile picture, excuse me. In her profile picture of the chat, she's in the nightgown, and she's in the nightgown on her character, and the blanket moved. Which I know are like really subtle things to praise, but like chat, let's just be realistic here for a second. It's subtle touches like that that make me particularly really fall in love with games. That must mean his dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua is still in bed. I guess that's a no. It is very familiar, right? Oh, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. Alright, so he's a harmonica boy. He knows the blues. Alright, we are going to keep chat invisible in the right corner for now. Unless somehow battle absolutely makes me hate it, that's where we're landing. Bravo, Joshua. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. No, I was already up when I heard you start to play. Yeah, I agree, Barchin. It does remind me of Grandia 3's isometric angles. Can't believe how awake you are. Even though the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. What with the siren song of yours gently lulling the beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're hardly the same age and I'm hardly a man. Oh, Joshua. Don't you worry, we know you're hardly a man. And we love it. What's wrong with... How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one is my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play a harmonica like you, Joshua. Good luck. Should probably bonk him in the head with her stick. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It really is just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is that if I just don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all. How about getting some exercise, too? all your hobbies are sitting around the kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl's gonna be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talking of hobbies for now. For your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle! Joshua! Good morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't you both hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay. I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat. Don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. It means I'm not going to let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I'll pass you, too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on tonight, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training? Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap. Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. Honestly, I don't know how you survived like this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's gonna be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy she gets when something keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about Ron-style scalloped fish and a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think it's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. For our stomachs. I see she's not a very good cook either. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I would get. Let's have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy. But try to make something edible. Oh my gosh. How rude. I can't actually say he's raw. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News. Wow, Liberal. The Liberal News from the General Goods Store. We're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Wow, news is slow. Got it, one copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. Receive 500 Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Are we going off on a Pokemon adventure now? Okay, we're heading out. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Charizard my regards. Wait, can I move? Hold on, how long have we been in stream? Oh no, I've been losing tons of frames, too. Oh no! I'm sorry for the bad frames, everybody. I can move. And it's been 36 minutes. So meaning I've been playing about 30 minutes. Oh, that's unfortunately a really bad sign for the game. Alright, menu. Clean, nice looking, nice looking. Joshua Bright, Estelle Bright. Hey, look, even the timer says it's been a half hour. The playtime, 34 minutes and 20-something seconds. For the first time I could move my characters. The pain and suffering. I'm be a little sarcastic chat, but it is a little weird. Alright, so he is Twin Dirk, she is the Birch Staff. Dual Strike, Morale. Pummel. Sever. Time quartz only, Lattice Sealed, Side Sealed. All quartz okay. So there's some customization. The Liberal Kingdom map. It says the Liberal Kingdom. There's all the same stuff for me options. This one I can save. In case the game crashes. There we go. First save placed. Okay, I like how fast this stuff loads. Can I change the camera angle? Oh, I can. Okay. I should change the camera angle. Okay, good. Very, very good. I can't do it in the house. Camera angle, no, no, no. Oh, yeah, I completely understand. Oh, I know, Merchant. I'm being a little teasy. I was surprised that it had been that long. The fact that a half hour passed and I didn't really notice is impressive. The attention to detail has been really good so far, too. Alright, is it ready? Come on now, where's some pieces of candy? You can't have such a vast house and no candy. I know, I'm robbing my own house, but it is what it is. That only gave me 500 Naira. We have a treasure chest. Is that a piece of candy? Oh, I can't open that piece of candy. Oh, treasure chests? I can't open that one either. Oh, why are you teasing me with these treasure chests that don't open up? Oh wait, oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Oops. I guess I can heal. Okay, so I can interact with beds and heal at home. And that bed too. Okay. And then there's something in the lower right saying camp, so I'm guessing that means this is like a safe area. So this particular part, like right here and all this reminds me a lot of Breath of Fire 3. Like the home base and like the really tight forested area and stuff. No candy though. Not even a little piece of candy, really? I mean, there's lots of lore here. And clearly that back area is where Estelle whacks her rod and practices her stuff. Oh look, can I actually do that here? I was just saying it's a stat. Okay, so you do get interaction things up here over the head. Yahoo yahoo, take over! You can switch to the kitty. Yeah. Alright. Hope you're having a good day, Takeover. So we run out here. The Elise Highway. I know, are you sure you're not watching a Seraphina stream? I know it's confusing, Takeover. I'm doing my impression of Seraphina today. A terrible navigation. So you just imagine I'm Seraphina, except Seraphina somehow lost all her navigation skills. Like, all of them. I think I was able... Oh, that's a good... I was able to save at the house. This place also says camp. That's probably a good question for Seraphina. So, Roland City is in the opposite direction. You're not sleepwalking yet, are you? How about you just be quiet and keep your comments to yourself? Actually, thank you, Joshua. I actually kind of appreciate that, because, I don't know where I'm going. This is my first time playing this game. We're back at the Bright family house. Okay. So we went the wrong direction. 100%. But that means we want to go this way. City of Roland. It looks like we made good time. Are you sure, Joshua? I got very lost. Not too early, or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. Never dreamed that we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know what you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it to through this last hazing from Shara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the bracer girl over there then. That's kind of vague. Over there. He's fine. He's fine over there. Is over there here? It looks like a bar. And I hear, is this over there? This looks like a back alley spot. This guy really likes books. I do like how quickly the map transitions happen. I'm a very big fan of that. Alright, so I'm walking out of zone. That was no good. Little underbridgey saying he got it. Nobody likes to play with fireworks. Septio. Her daddy's a miner, he mines Septio. Boy's trying to work up the courage to talk to a girl. Dead end of boxes. There's so many places to go in here. Okay. Shall either... I was renting goods. Arming guards. Oh, there we go. Walked right past it. each you are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Ina. Good morning. Is Shara here today? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Yeah, it's very, very quick, Merchant. Thanks. We'll do our best. The Star and the Hangman. Oh, she's a tarot card reader. The Hermit and the Magician. And last of all, the inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? It's not that difficult. You just drew a bunch of major arcana. It's actually easy. If she drew, like, the Seven of Wands, and that was the inverted last card, now we'd be having a conversation. Anyways. Alright, good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Just since my last day of training, I figured, why not? Time to show up on time, right? It's your last day. I'm ready to get this show on the road to become a bracer myself. I give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm gonna work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. Yeah. There's, some of the later games in this series definitely have some Persona vibes. Like the Cold Steel series comes to mind. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. The training is it my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. What, Joshua? Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Stell may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is over-naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything. Her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how Deej and Orba met with some practice. Eventually. Probably. Guess there's not much I can do except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. I get the feeling you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all of your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face is really intent. Oh, this? I'm trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, you don't seem to be in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that is surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. Yeah, Merchant, that sounds like a pretty accurate mix. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. Am I actually gonna fight something? I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered for your previous training. Oh no. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers will have in order to function effectively. Oh no, we had another class. And Estelle, make sure you pay close attention to what I'm gonna say. I'm already feeling like Estelle. I'm ready to take a nap. Yeah. Let me fight something. Okay. Tell me about the Liberal Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liberal in which we live sits in the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with the nature of deep-rooted traditions. Liberal is proud to be one of the leading producers of sepium in a continent that is known for a high level of technology used to develop ornaments. Ornament technology has also been a key pillar of support in Liberal in protecting its independence as it is contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberal was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberal enjoys peace. That sounds ominous as heck. I mean, maybe I played too much Final Fantasy 16, but that does not sound like a good situation. Oh, I could say that's all now? I could skip the rest? Oh no, we're gonna read the other ones. Alright, tell me about orbaments. Orbaments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or process sepium installed. Although it's only about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and the other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Okay, bracers. There's their logo, got it. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect the civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. So, you mean like the police, okay? They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. So, like the police. The Bracer Guild, which has been established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of bracers in each region. So, like, the state police. Let's see. Since you've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Does that mean fighting? Huh? Shara? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat. I hope you're ready. Yes, that is seriously what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was gonna do if I had to sit another day on my tush parked at a desk. Guess I got worried over nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of the day's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. The first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, oh god. Oh no. Before that, there's something that we need to give both of you. Okay, hold on. Okay, never mind. It's tools. Ina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, Ichu. Go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Receive Bracer Notebook. Fish, I got my Pokédex. Bracer Notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear, or anything that you may find and where... Oh no, there's a Pokédex I have to fill out myself. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down, So I'm guessing this is actually going to be more like Majara's Mask's Bomber Notebook, where I don't actually have to write it, but as I progress through the game, there will be sections of it filled out like a journal. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh? Please, tell me it was only my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. You not mess it around. I'm sure there were two. Keeping accurate count of all events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check for the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, an exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names in the list, you can view their details. Training, retrieval. Hey, 500 meter, direct request from Charizard. Training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bringing back the contents of a chest. Okay, how do I select it? Yes, I would like to take the job. See Charizard for details. Details of the job are confirmed in the bulletin board, and other important events will automatically be recorded in the Bracer Notebook. Bracer Notebook can easily be found by clicking the Books tab in the Items menu, and it can also be accessed by configuring the Bracer Book shortcut button in the Configurations menu. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking in the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs in their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks that need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Agree-ish though. Agree. I said I don't mind duty, it's all the talk. Let me fight something. Sure, there's a lot of rules to follow, but there is an equal level of opportunity in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer itself calls for more than someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. This have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had to change your heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? Oh no, it's really good. It's really good. I'm teasing a little bit. But I've seen the gameplay a little bit, so I know the gameplay is pretty good too. So don't get me wrong. I'm being a little sassy pants, but I'm liking it. If I genuinely didn't like it, I would be so much more open about it. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. Oh no. Okay, see, that is the stuff that scares me. That's more questing and talking. That's another 20 minutes of explaining things. He's graciously taken the time out of his work schedule to explain things. So make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. We're in the Orbital Factory. Here's where you will learn how to use Orbital Factory surfaces. In an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbaments to synthesize support quartz. In order to hold your... I butchered that last line. You can modify your orbaments and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Okay, so I think that's a fancy name for magic. Arts have a wide range of effects that, if mastered, can be extremely helpful. If bracer business is pretty risky occupation, so the guild has long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here. No problem. Leave everything to me. So what is it that you would like to know about? Where are the flights at? Can you point me to where the flights are? And where I can beat up the squirrel and the rats and the other stuff until I figure it out. Alright, let's just go in order. Orbments are mechanical devices that exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of ports. By definition, that means lights, airships, engines, and on are also types of orbments. Yes, we've explained this already. However, the ones that we'll be discussing today... Okay, so there's variation. Battle orbments, which enhance the user's... And look, they even highlighted it in yellow for me just in case I'm being a dum-dum. Which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Haha! I called it! Yahoo yahoo, Jirsemi! Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open. The other slots must be opened at an orbital factory. Like this, it will take a fair amount of Sepith. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. If you want to be a mage anyway. So, what is it you would like to know about? Leave. No, I'm kidding. Orbital arts. Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using orbital energy when stored through these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they're usually universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. Yes, Melders. In fact, y'all could have called it magic. You could have went a step further and been like, these are magic. Or you could have been like, hey, Final Fantasy VII, Magicite. Yeah. I think you guys might have got sued. So, orbital arts, I gotcha. There are several types of arts, but in order to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an orbital factory. Orbments are also set up that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. Materia? Yeah, it's fair. Giuseppe. I'm sorry you got the flu. I hope you got some good tea or soup or something next to you keeping you company. The type of arts one can use also changes depending upon the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with the water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I've described, but I think this information will suffice for now. So what is it you would like to know about? Okay, so they're more complicated than materia because the materia you're putting in your weapon or armor, it combines and merges and flows differently and affects your ability scheme. Okay, quartz next. Aw, that's nice of your brother. Yahoo yahoo, James. Quartz. Quartz are circuits made from Sepith, which have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible to use art. However, you will not be able to harness any of the effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only certain types of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, you'll be able to check your orbiment and decide, where you'll be. And let's try this whole line over again. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your orbiment to decide where you'll be installing it ahead of time. Okay, Sepith. Sepith are fragments of sepium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Okay, so now we're rocking Saga Frontier elements. Okay. I understand Saga Frontier elements. Sepith can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere. But at an orbital factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbiment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz and to raise the MP. So, or whatever the MP equivalent is in this game. So, what is it you'd like to know about? I want to leave. I want to go fight something. I think Mr. Mellis has answered all of your questions. If there's nothing else, let's have you both try and use the surfaces here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith. Use several of each type of elemental Sepith. That amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbiments. In your cases, though, any element quartz is okay. But for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally, at a shop, you'll be able to exchange Sepith for Mira. But at this training, you will not be able to use this service. She's like, don't sell it all on me. Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options. Select Modify or Trade to use the Orbital Factory services. Okay, I guess I can't talk to him. Alright, Modify. Make a quartz. Guess I should make one of each, huh? I can't equip it? It's already open. Okay, I made some quartz. Looks like you were able to synthesize one. I had 5. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now, install the quartz into your orbiment so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Okay, I guess he can only use action 1. Got it. Blackout and Soul Blur. Time. Single support. Speeds up the flow of time. Emits a space-time shaking pulse. It was 200 HP for an ally. Yep. Works for me. Alright, looks like you got both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other, like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks will contain information about which quartz will allow you to use which arts. if you'd like more powerful arts, check out the arts in the quartz charts of your eraser notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open up a new slot of your ornaments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it'd be a good idea to open them all early on. Which is what the other guy said earlier, repeating. Okay, now, I want you to use the setbeth that open up a slot of your ornaments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. See several of each elemental setbeth. Alright, well, we're gonna expand, Stell, because healer, right? Kind of strange how they have a path, though, so let's open that one. Open slot 6. You can open up one of your ornament slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited by a particular elemental, you're free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes our training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you both have been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk about those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild. And humanity. Oh well, no sense worrying about it now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like, now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? You got dragged away. No, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all of your help. Don't mention it. Good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. Remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua? Estella's literally Justin. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yes. And he even made you jot down what you read on your Bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I haven't been able to access my menu. Actually, that's not entirely true. I have been able to. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? Yeah, you know, Merchant, I want to say nothing. Oh God, I don't want to say nothing. Merchant, you might be more right than you think, but not in the way you think. Let's just kind of say that. What a relief. Oh, Divine Hadios. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you're all acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce on positive things? Right, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test. So how about the both of you try to at least look a little less anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want to do, and let us loose. Well, if you're confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results on your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, the test will be in search of conducted in Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. Except, well, okay, I have a joke for that, merchant, but we're gonna hold on that. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. Okay, well that makes me feel better. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there. So if you get careless and let on your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Geoball X3, Monster Guide. What's this book for? It's called the Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You really are a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. Some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shira. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then. Let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Wait, can I move again? I can move, and there's monsters, and I can activate my menu. Oh my god. Alright, let's equip another one. Firebolt. Gotta still keep here. Okay. Alright, chat, I'm gonna take a second to hydrate here. We are now 1 hour and 18 minutes into the stream, and I might actually get in a battle. Okay. Wait a minute, Cell. There appears to be a recovery point over there. So we could use it if all of our HP or EP became low. Or permit charging stations or recovery points set up in dangerous areas. The recovery points approach. Blah 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 blah. Sounds like a plan to me. It's kind of true. Hey, there's a monster politely standing there. I think he's the tutorial monster. Yes, he is, of course. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it! Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. Conditions at the start of battle will change depending on how a monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous. Being attacked from an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. battle order. Battle order indicates who attacks first. It starts from the top and moves down. Let me figure it out on my own. Okay, craft, art. For some reason I can't use art though, even though I have arts. But that's because I'm in a tutorial that's not letting me make my own choices. Now here's another hint. Attack an enemy. You may be... Seraphina, I love you. But, oh my god. This is pain. This is a really good battle theme, but this is too much tutorial in chat. Let me figure it out. I had a feeling that attack was gonna attack the enemy. I had a sneaking suspicion. The enemy's out of range. Okay, so it's at least gonna warn me. Alright, so Grandia doesn't do that. I'm gonna give a little quick credit there. Grandia, when you're out of range, you just like will sit there, your character, like Justin will try his best to get to the monster, and then just stop. Because he just ran out of move. So at least in this case, this game will tell you, that's not possible. Okay, so got 10 experience. It shows the level up to next point. That's what it might have knocked out. That would have been pretty cool. Then it shows the ornaments you get and the different elements. And juicy bone. Alright, do you guys actually move around? Nope, another tutorial. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on yes. Yes, it takes EP. I know, okay, as a part I'm gonna give really credit on is the fact that since it's butterflies, it makes sense they would be hard to hit with a weapon, right? There's just like a practical aspect of like, can you just imagine swinging a bunch of bugs? And you wouldn't hit any of them. But if you cast a flame spell at them, well, that might take care of the problem, right? Arts are effective against foes, which are difficult to hit with a weapon. For those, physical hats have little effect. It takes time before arts can be cast, but there is a casting time. Also, EP is consumed when arts are cast. All arts have an element. Determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. We're gonna try fire. Alright, Joshua, you only have time. So... that. The English voice acting is surprisingly not as bad as I thought it would be either so far, at least in battle. There's no voice acting outside of it. Oh, is this me another tutorial? Yep, his back is facing, so now this is gonna teach me advantage. Still, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have range limits, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Okay, so it's like PP in Final Fantasy XI. Got it. Guess I have to use that. Come on. Alright, cheer Monocell. Strength up. Interesting, I wonder why it can't hit. There's like a blind spot for him that he couldn't hit. Ooh, whiff.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay. Just the force of the treasure chests. And reviving bomb. I thought it might have been AoE, but no, that one wasn't AoE. The chest is empty. Because of you. Nice work, hero. Okay, so this is the one thing that made me love this series and actually put it in my heart originally when I watched Seraphina playing it. After you check a chest, if you go and check a chest again, every single chest has a unique message. The remake does not have this, and I was heartbroken by that. But that was my favorite part when I first saw this game. I was like, wait, the chests each have their own joke? Yes, they do. The door is rusted and appears to be locked. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I'm sure there's an easier way to take care of them. One blow of using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick. For just about any enemy. The catch is, our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks will only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions, which allow S-crafts to immediately be unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts, which are unleashed as S-breaks, can be changed by going into Tactics, and then set S-break within the main menu. Yeah, Chrono Cross does have a little bit of this. Alright, so you don't have 100 CP yet, so we gotta attack something first. These are actions which allow S-crafts to immediately be unleashed while ignoring the battle order once the CP is reached 0. S-crash will be used as S-breaks and can be changed. I already said all that. What button is it? But which button is it? Oh no! I tried all my buttons on my controller. I have to go in with my mouse and click it? Don't make me do that. Okay, there we go.
Here I come.
So this is available on PC. I'm playing on PC right now. And they're just a remake of this game in 3D. A total remaster just came out. So it's like $60. But this particular version of the game I got on sale for 10. This is the original version. Yeah, that's one of the more interesting ones about this. So Sarah, I was having trouble figuring out how to activate an S-brick. Really all it came down to was I had to use my directional buttons to go down to that little red button and then select it that way. Curative work too. Are we done with tutorials? Am I allowed to actually get my... Oh no, that's the one guarding the chest. That's the end of the tutorial. Wow, this was so tutorial. I mean, they did say it was a tutorial, but yeah. That's the treasure chest we're after, huh? We made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Let's move out a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect whether they are allotted to an ally or foe. Using S-breaks to ignore the battle order means makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Oh, okay. So they're saying different bonuses that they have. Heal, Sapphire. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna use an arc. We're gonna firebolt the butterflies. And Joshua... Same.
Not now.
Down goes Joshua. Ruh-roh. Oh, jinkies. Well, certainly got interesting, didn't it? I can't even get to him. Okay. I spent a turn moving? Oh, I'm game over and I bet. Alright, hold on. Okay. I'll be back after I hit the healing spot. It's gonna revive Joshua, though? Oh, it did. Okay. So we don't get CP, but we get another go, and this time I actually go with full health. I thought it would be another simple 2 guys tutorial boring crap. This one's actually a challenge. I'm back, guys, except this time I'm taking you seriously. Same approach as before, except Joshua should be able to survive this time.
Piece of cake.
That was surprisingly challenging. They hit pretty hard. Found small box X2. Oh, that's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chests. In fact, there's not one, but two. It's kind of interesting, too. I know what's inside. Remember us, though. Our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside these boxes doesn't fall under our mission objectives. You know fun at all, Joshua. It had nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. And you don't have a teensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means, be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep. Opening one of those boxes could result in automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as there was nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua. I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Shara when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright. Take that easy MP refill just in case there's some weird boss or something. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, you wouldn't need to confirm the items in your possession. Handed over a small box X2. Yep, they're the real you, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. Figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple was a problem for us, did you? Shara? What's in the boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out. After your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now. So let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? Didn't you say we passed the tests? You still have to learn how to report the results of your work. And where are they both of you are tired? But this is no time to shirk off your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is the day going to be over? Oh well. No sense in giving up when the fetish line is in sight. Agreed. It seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it's your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report the results to the front desk, and you can have each guild branch. And you already know by now, Ina is in charge here at the Roland branch. Ah. Okay, Salty. Let's switch screens here real quick. Okay, we're back. In addition, this is where you get paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Kind of approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Yes, I kind of figured. Oh, wait, no, report. Receive payment for training retrieval. 500 gil, 1 BP. Current rank is Junior Bracer. Nice class. Good job, you two. Looks like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points which are known as BP, Bracer Points. Bracer Points are an indication of your achievements as a Bracer. When these points achieve a certain value, you will advance in rank as a Bracer and be awarded with a new piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of the Junior Bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights at making a first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded to your Bracer notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on. Oh yeah, seriously, Parasite used BP as your money. Oh, and Big Door, congrats on 70%. We're getting there, 30% to go. You're on the back half of the, or you're almost at the quarter back end of the grind. All that's left now is to finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina. I'm sorry about putting more work on the plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training you Bracer is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. Dude, the bone? No, Shara, it'll involve the whip. Oh my. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you'll be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. You hold out the 2 boxes. Aren't these boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside us, though. Are you saying it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't you both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Stella and Joshua open the boxes. Receive Junior Bracer Emblem. This crest is... Does this mean that we're... Still Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning today, as of 1500 hours, you're both hereby appointed as Junior Bracers in the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice, aka the police. Congratulations, you two! You're welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We become members of the Bracer Guild, the police. So I'm a Bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. We did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. You understand, you've been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes, long ago when your father, Cassius, trained me. But that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. That's for the both of you. Work hard and become a full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope we see that you both become respectable bracers, like your father. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. What? This is Sherazard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds that in such high esteem? He seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always going out and doing... Or old man is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. No-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers. Right. Boss fight? Hurry up and come on! Hey, for me, Luke. Oh, it's you two. Oh, great. It's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What should the oh, great, it's Estelle remark? What's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're heading? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know that there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in the boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer you wanna be. Just this how wrong you are. How incredibly wrong. You're a wrong fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in Liberal than the milk that comes from Pizzerl Farm. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers. Please. More like bracers in training, really. I don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now, a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good boy. I like that smart aleck cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept Joshua became a bracer before me. But getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even get a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. That means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm gonna be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy, Luke. He's always trying to pick a fight with me. Wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said his secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. Secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. That's not what I meant by curious. I know why she had the hard eyes, but okay. I'll take a second to hydrate now that I can move again. Am I actually so real at like 2 hours, right? You were at like 2 hours. Oh my gosh, and I can freely play the game now. Alright, let me take a hydrate. We'll see, I might take 2 more steps and there's another 25-minute cutscene, merchant. Let's see. Still, aren't you forgetting something? Dad asked us to pick up a copy of the Liberal News for him at the General Goods store, right? Yeah, of course I completely forgot. There's an hour of reading in between that ask. Oh right, completely slipped my mind. Okay, General store. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stregas? Unbelievable, you've already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. When I hit a shop, we're supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad, right? Of course! You've always been a big collector of these shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stregas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the Liberal News in, if that's what you're after. Alright, I'll take 1 copy then. Comes to 100 Mira, please. Or just 1 Liberal News, issue 1. Emmy Dad always buys a copy of this magazine. Does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Liberal News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most relatable news. Reliable news. We're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But enough of that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it as bracers? It was your last day of training, wasn't it? Yep, everything went smoothly too. But how did you know all about that, Mr. Rannon? Haha, in a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Roland. Tend to hear a lot about the customers coming through game. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding. The women here especially love to gossip. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received in my shipment of goods. But don't hold the free part against me. Recipe book. It's another tutorial! What's this supposed to be? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallet. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Okay, you got me. You got me following here, cookie, okay? Well, I have made it personal rule to never turn down sweets. 8 maple cookie. Learn maple cookie recipe. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not like I don't like cooking and all. It's just that I never seem to get any better. Yes, merchant, that's exactly what it's looking like. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you need ingredients, I'd be delighted in service to your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Man. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Eating the recommended dish at restaurants or using the go-to meals adds the recipe to the recipe book. By selecting the recipe book, all learned recipes will be displayed. As long as necessary ingredients are available, the food can be made. There are 2 types of food: sit-down meals, which can be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals, which can be carried as items. Sit-down meals cannot be carried as items. Ingredients used for cooking can be bought at a store or acquired from monsters. Okay. Am I free? Like, can I leave the town this time? Or are we getting another 20-minute tutorial? Can I leave? Am I free? No, I'm not free. Of course I'm not. Of course I'm not. No! Joshua! I'm glad I found you two. Oh, hi, Ina. Okay, chat. I just gotta say that we haven't been in an actual random encounter this entire time. Just a tutorial dungeon. No random decisions, no choices, no side quests, no exploration. I'm dying inside a little bit here. I'm starting to get real itchy. Ina, is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry. We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. We were, in fact, we were trying to go that way. But then, like, everybody in the town wanted to give us, like, 5 additional items and side quests and recipe books. And like, I just want to fight a monster. I just want to fight a monster. Couldn't you, like, let me fight a monster and then explain the okay. So here's my honest thoughts. We're gonna take a sec. This game has some really cool ideas. It's got tactical squares in the battle, like Final Fantasy Tactics. It's got incredibly complex choices of timing, magic, technical points usage, and all types of other stuff, right? There's a lot of really cool stuff here. And I've seen Seraphina make it further in the game too, so I know it gets even more complex and crazy. I think what's killing me here is the pacing of this beginning. It's just, there's not enough game. It's just so much exposition. Exposition after exposition after exposition. And I know I'm about to get to the game part, Sarah. I'm just saying that most people would have checked out by now that are not hardcore passionate RPG fans. So, that said, let's continue. What's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies in the northern outskirts of Roulette. You mean the Tower of Esmelas? Esmelas? Isn't that supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazard is out taking care of bracer business, so ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. Two of you are just qualified to be junior racers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estella's judgment is correct in this situation. That's the first time Joshua agreed with Estelle. If the two of us hurry, we may be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that. Understood. The Esmeralda's Tower will be reached by taking the western path of the junction along Malga Trail. You can get in the Malga Trail through Roland's northwest gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua. We don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. Okay, so right. Oh goodness, I knew you were gonna yell at me. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so right. We tried to go out this door twice. First time we got reminded to go to the item shop and got a 20-minute tutorial. Then, after that, we were able to say, okay, we have to go see Dad now. Now there's little boys in trouble we have to go save. That part makes sense. So, the proposal for me to fix the pacing of this game would have been, the little boy scene should have happened first. We went to go save them, came back, and then they gave us the recipe book. I don't know. So stuff like that, like... you constantly feel like your gameplay is being interrupted so you can get more exposition. Like, alright, look, I just picked another bad exit. There we go, that's the right exit, I think. I don't know. This looks like a train station. But it let me come here and you didn't yell at me, so I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I figured. So, okay, this one area Joshua didn't yell at me to go to is not the area we were supposed to go. Okay. Is it this one? That is the mayor's residence. Alright, but you didn't yell at me about this one either. Okay, so north. We're gonna assume it's this one over here to the left. Yeah? Is it this one? No. Okay, yeah, well, Northwest Gate, I already tried that. I guess I didn't. Maybe I wound up going to the Central Gate. This one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did it. And cats fly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, Merchant. Oh wow, it survived that. Oh, surprise!
That's that then. Let's move out.
That's a lot of beef flash. Okay, so I can move my camera. I get myself too lost, huh? You see those little layer areas on the map, though. It definitely hints at, like, you can go to those. That's a monster, apparently. Okay. Surprised? Ow. That hurt a lot. What? You take a boost too? Okay. Alright. Should be able to finish it off with Stella.
Piece of cake.
Kind of leave your style with a little bit of boo-boos. Three of them. Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
Let's do this!
Okay, and take that one. Let's craft into this one.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Easy clap. Another one of these flower guys. Oh, it's two of them this time. Let's double magic on one. Oof, that is pain. Oh, there goes the style.
Take!
You might want to run, Joshua. Yeah, that's how that went. And do I heal them? Or I keep progressing? There we go, okay. So I can heal them safe for now. Alright, Stella's back up, Joshua's back up, everything's right in the world. That's a lot of people. Still feel like we need to take out. These dangerous guys in the back that can do tons of damage out. Joshua survives! We also did select hard mode merchant. Oh, yeah, they're sturdier than I remember. I was pretty heal on Joshua. It does. Yellow Shadow? Can I get to that other one? I think I can. Yep. Okay, good. First ABS craft. Wait.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Not a thing remains in the chest except a lonely dead spider. Yahoo, yahoo, Xantroph! It told me to run from earlier. Let's heal Joshua. Alright, let's go. Ah, jeez, I should have healed. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Alright, soul blur on one. Don't attack Estelle. Of course they attack Estelle. Nice flower power. Guess what? Oh, Joshua, you don't have enough. Alright, well. That's really nice, Santravs. I meant to give you a shell that one day, but I was so distracted yesterday when I got home. I didn't really get to play much 11. Yep, this is what we need to do. We need to move Joshua further. Then, we also need to use S. Alright, so... Firebolt.
Piece of cake.
Not quite a piece of cake. I still learned Taunt. I thought she already knew that technique quite well. Monk of mine. Known west on the tower, 53 Selge, beware of monsters. South Rumlet. North Naga Mine. Oh, thanks, Merchant. Thanks for coming out. I wasn't sure what I was gonna think of this one. I definitely suggest hard mode if you're looking for a challenge because each battle definitely has my attention. I can't get to that one now. We each have to work on your own. Focusing his power. Oh, that's not a good sign. Did it tick? Out of tear bomb. The chest is empty. I wonder whose fault that is. Okay, time for more flower flights. Ooh, missed. Nice. We wouldn't have killed Joshua anyway, thankfully.
Piece of cake.
Give Joshua a little bit of boo-boo love, right? Okay. Kitty cat. And I already regular attacks for this. Joshua should be able to hit this one once and then go right into Aspheric, right? Yep. Still, you're not gonna be so lucky.
Piece of cake.
Nice and easy one. Kitty cats are not as scary as the plants. I think this is where we're supposed to go, right? Right? Let's just do a quick little scope. Is there anything I missed? I got that charging chest. Okay. Aha. Looks like the tower we're going for. I guess the kids managed to make it inside first. Looks like we come all the way to Esmela's tower. I didn't see any sign of them along on the trail. So, do you think we've wandered inside? It's likely that's the case. Let's go in. It looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. But before we hurry, is there a piece of candy? I say, let me do camera angle changes here. They're hidden pieces of candy behind the trees. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. I live on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here. Belle, are you alright? Boo! Ah! If you can hear me, answer me now! These little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. I can do camera angle changes here. Since there's children, I'm gonna guess they're not monsters. I could be completely wrong. What are we gonna do? Somebody help! Run in full speed in the direction of the voice, or run in simultaneously with Joshua. We're running in together. Let's go, Joshua! Right, I got your back. You monsters, go somewhere else! No! Shoo! Leave us alone! She want this. Estelle! What are you doing here? Joshua, you're here too? Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. Protect all NPCs. When NPC's HP reaches 0, the game is over. It's an escort class chat. Oh, I know, big door. I chose the option that Estelle definitely would not have actually done. She would have totally ran in their head first and saved those kids. Alright, how do I want to do this? Alright, we're gonna attack this one with Joshua, then S-break into a cell.
Here I come.
Thank you, Seraphina. Good luck with your indigo walk. Double whiff.
All right, we're good to go.
Looks like we're gonna be out of here soon, so probably won't be too much longer there, Shadow. But who knows, it might be a common song too, I can't remember. Looks like that's that. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's safe too. By the way, that was a great timing the way you blitzed those monsters, Estelle. You really think so? Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really shared that, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. This is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you my special discipline. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was my fault. Estelle? Didn't we forgive each other like they teach us at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Estelle, behind you. It's something with teeth, isn't it? Yeah, looks like a shark to me. Nice monster? Their dad, I think. Dad, you came. You still lack skill and understanding us, though. You was always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. So Zantrab, what do you mean? You mean like when you're streaming and stuff? The dad? What are you talking or what are you doing here? I just happened to be in town when I heard the whole story from Ina. Give you points for your quick thinking, coming and taking action. Come after the children. But you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry. I should have been watching your back. That just means you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is key. Understood. How about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You're like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Of course I was. We're fonder. Alright, everyone. Let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. There's a glory hog now. Oh, for this? If you mean for this game's Zantrav, then yes, there is a way to increase the size of the font. I mean, I should be thankful that Dad saved my behind. Why do you have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide. That's just the way he is. After all, he's Cassius Bright. Seems like you'd had quite a day. That is just unbelievable. The second we get back to Roland, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. Sheer nerve, I tell you. But no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all here there is to report. Received payment for child rescue. 1,000 Mira. 3 BP. The current rank is Junior Bracer, 9th class. You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How do we head home to? I guess we'd better. I still have dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding for a sec? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. You think you could deliver it instead? Yeah, this is a PC game, but it definitely does look like a Sega Saturn game, doesn't it? Letter to Cassius. What if it's more work-related stuff? I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches? As I'm sure you already know by now, the Bro isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known across the Zemurian continent, so we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure he gets this letter, I'd really appreciate it. There are no current job listings. Okay, now, can I actually leave the town? I can, but there's a cutscene after. Hey, Joshua? Eh? You think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with the staff. And your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure, but why are you asking? You still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Due to my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If that hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on the top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. We failed today, and all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things hasn't... Let me try that again. Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what happened today discourage you? Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think it's a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Okay, I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time. And thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I am so ready to get home and eat. My stomach has started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than a ditz. You also love sneakers, right? It's getting late. Oh, that's the wrong way, apparently. Right, family house. And this the kitchen? Here's the oven and stuff. Ah, there's the dad. We're home, Dad! He definitely does. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work, kids. The details of your reports will be reviewed at each branch that will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. Before I forget, I got a copy of the liberal news you wanted. And there is this letter for you at the guild, too. Handed over the liberal news and the letter. A letter, huh? So I'm going to get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad. Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. Being rather gracious today. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter's finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. Good dreams. I swear the men of this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I guess she's not as depressed as I thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. Let's give her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she's still got a long way to go. To run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no, are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have gone expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. But wait, cooking is supposed to be about the passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now, once more. A daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. At this rate, there's no telling. when we can expect to have a bite of food ready on dinner table. Alright then. Let's see about this letter, shall we? Daphne cuts the letter seal. A message from the Erebonian Empire. What? Wow, this is a surprise. This new dish is what I call Estelle's egg explosion of rice. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. This is raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy day, but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior racers, had our first real assignment. And I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. Not to mention the food being delicious. For our first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. First I thought I might have to pick or pitch it out of the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Oh my gosh. That is a savage. Sometimes you're just desperate, despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice? Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I'd had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time, I'm gonna be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving? When? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about the letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? No, nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places. It'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse to that take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it as so. Bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know. What are you gonna do about all your jobs here at Roland Branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Only about 5 or 6. I was thinking, and how about the both of you with them handle them, or how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking us to do the work you're supposed to be doing? That I have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish. All us chores are to handle the difficult ones. So what do you say? I guess I'm gonna say sure. Sure, of course we will. You're okay with doing these ones too, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. It looks like a good place or a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Ana know about the change of plan before I leave. Alright. I'm starting to feel even more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Estelle, my beloved daughter, Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven. Oh my gosh, she's starting the Lord's Prayer, except it's Lena. Can you see your daughter now? Her little Estelle's grown up to be such a lovely young woman. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. People lose their trust in you at this age. You might as well just throw in the towel forever. I'm only helping out because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. I'm only 45, and what's more, I'm very likely the most active member in the entire guild. Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Gansel, or the one headed for Bozak? I'll be on the one headed for Gansel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. Geez, you sleep in past 10? Anyways, I just better set my alarm just in case. It's like me on the weekends, but not on a work day. Are you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor, or Stella will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? Isn't he 16? I'll pass, actually. What I should be saying here is, don't offer alcohol to minors. Yeah, exactly, he's 16. I'm not like Shara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Erebonian Empire. That sounds pretty suspicious. The movement doesn't appear to be overt, but what has me worried... I intend to do a little probing in the Erebonian Embassy and see what turns up. Understand? Make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now she's become the bracer. She needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She has good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yes, to present, she's like a babe in the arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. Joshua? The same thing could be said for you, too. You just like that. It's already been 5 years since you became a part of this family, hasn't it? Time flies by. Yes. It sure does seem that way. About what you said back then. Are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family. No matter what may befall you. Nod. Thanks, Dad. Prologue, Father's Love. A new beginning. A Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. Well, it looks like this time for me to board my flight. Stell, won't do anything I wouldn't do myself, and try not to be a handful for Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try not to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to be overtaken by any youngsters. Charizard, I'm really sorry about placing all the work in your shoulders at the last minute. Please, don't be. I'm slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be humble, Silver Street. I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. You just leave that to me. Is tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two fine with you? You definitely understand the way I say. What's this all about? Let's stimulate a mutual understanding between master and pupil. Woman toys. The Transylvania airliner Linde will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. I better go take my seat. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything here while you're gone. When you're done with your work, make sure and come straight home. No goofing off. Is that any way to say your beloved Papa off? Oh well. I'll try to come back as soon as I can. Are you two? Be good while I'm gone. There wasn't any other people they needed. And we're having a lot of drop frames today. I'm really sorry, guys. I have a feeling it's the game and the trouble I'm having running it. But I don't know. Let's see. What are the percentage? Yeah, it's all saying network drop frames. No, it's internet based. He's gone. Again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. Your father will be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time. When it comes to your father, we'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad that he's gone. He always has been away more than he's been at home. Well, that's dark. Yeah, very dark, but she's probably telling the truth. Alright. If you say so. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on these jobs that your father left for me. If you run into any trouble, give me a holler. Will do. But first, I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see what we're capable of doing as junior bracers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine that with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Lucky to. Thanks. We'll do our best. So what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably go and talk to Aina and find out what jobs they are waiting for us. Let's go! Think? Running back there? Check out some shops. Take a look at some of the shop options. Poke some magic thing a little bit. I think we're gonna have to find somebody to raid. Let's take a look. There's the bar. Right, here's the melder's place. Let's see if we can get Joshua some more MP. Definitely not enough. Similar situation with Estelle. Alright, so upgrading those slots is a bit more work. There's the bracer guild. There's the shop. So apparently, Cassius used to leave Estelle here at the item shop when he went on trips. And that is an increase to her damage. That is an increase to his damage. Definitely don't have enough money for all of it, but agreed offense, right? Rin. Come back, Seraphina. We're just about to wrap up. Upgrade. Here we go. I just know this game, Seraphina. I've watched you stream it. I know if I start another 2 seconds of game, or if I do any type of action, then I'm going to get sucked into a 2.5 hours of cutscenes and reading. I know this game well and its tricks. So since we just finished that massive chapter and about 3 hours of reading, I have a feeling if I progress any further, I'm going to be in another 3 hours of reading. Cassius just found out the Erebonian Empire is up to some stuff. He had to leave. We saw him off. He got on train. We waved goodbye. We checked shop, and now we're going into the guild. Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Hey, your father already left? Yep, just barely. That's why we came here to find out about what jobs he has left for us. Sure. There are a total of 3 jobs I've lined up for you. The first one, I'd like you to head out to the farm west of here. Farm west of here, isn't that where Tio lives? Tio is, Spanish for uncle. I seem to think I've heard of that place somewhere before. Tio Purcell. She was one of the classmates at Sunday school. She's also Purcell Farms owner's daughter. Oh, really? It's actually Purcell's farm that put in a request to have someone exterminate some monsters. Are they really having problems like that? Fortunately, nobody's been hurt, but the owner's family are upset over the fields being destroyed by the creatures. Therefore, the guild received an extermination request. Never would have expected something like that to happen. Okay, we'll head out there right now. Here, take this with you. Guild referral. The document certifies that you were dispatched by the guild. Please give it to the owner of the farm. You're know Tio's father pretty well, so I don't think this is necessary. We'll take it just in case. Alright, so when I look at the map, which I still can't remember what button the map is. It's this one. Yep. My money says it's this way. Right, the Milch Main Road? Alright, do we want to get into a fight for funsies, chat, before we call it? Into a fight or two? Looks like this ladybug wants to. Hi, ladybug monster! Ooh, you're sturdy, too. Oh, and you hit really hard. Alright, will it hit you? Should I S-craft you? Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Hi, ladybug. Not gonna give you a chance to kill me.
That's that then. Let's move out.
$70.3%. I see you there, little invisible kitty. How did I get advantage for that? And a piece of cake is the right choice of word. But definitely gonna need a heal. Does this mean flowers again? Oh, hello, kitty cat. Oh, I didn't see you there.
Here I come.
Tough to say, Seraphina. I definitely like going after treasure, you know? But at the same time, it also could be a little bit... If it's something that's like an area like this, I'm gonna be exploring a bunch. Probably not. But if it's in like a dungeon or something, I'd never go in again. Probably. It's tough to say. If it feels important, you know? Hello, Ladybug. Oh, I missed, so he didn't get the points. And now he's dead. Oh god. Run! Oh, looks like we found the farm. I just stumbled upon that one. Oh no, not a long cutscene. I was gonna save. We're time. Why will we come here? This place is always so tranquil. It's hard to imagine monsters running amok here. I certainly don't sense anything out of the ordinary either. Anyway, let's go ask somebody to fill us in on the details. Or if Tio is home today. Oh, I get to save, okay. Alright, so let's put ourselves where we think Tio would be. Yeah, near here. Okay. Files. Save. Urgy Farm. Okay, let's switch to the room. I hope everybody had a good time. We really had some trouble today, didn't we? I had a lot of trouble getting this stream to work. I had a lot of trouble getting this game to work. Believe it or not, it's bleeding a teeny bit on the right side of the screen and off the bottom of the screen. I couldn't even get the resolutions 1080p to properly work. I really wanted to make sure I played this game. And I wanted to honor the vote of the people on the Discord. You know, I know Seraphina lobbied it heavily. And pushed for it. So, yeah. But, at the same time, I also know it's a good game. And it has a very, very good ending. And it's totally worth people's time. If you liked what you saw, and you weren't scared away by this 3 hours of reading I just had to do, aka meaning you're reading it in your head and your throat doesn't scream in pain like mine is doing right now, then I think you could have a lot of fun with this. This is a very complex battle system. I'm not entirely sure I've seen a battle system exactly like this either, so I could see why this game got 10 games. It's not... I compared it to Grandia as I watched it, but it's much different than that. It's not exactly like Grandia, not exactly like Breath of Fire, and it's not exactly like Final Fantasy Tactics. It's got kind of a little bit of all three. It's got a very unique art style. It's 2D, 3D sprites, and even though this game came out in 2004, I was genuinely blown away by the attention to detail. There is a lot of really good stuff I was impressed with. But on the flip side, the negative points would be this is a lot of repeating of itself. Those tutorial stages were pain and suffering. Thank you, Maple. It's a lot of people's favorite. I know Salty likes this one too. But there's a lot of... those tutorials are pain and suffering. And I mean, I know that I had to understand the game mechanics and everything, but like they repeated the same thing like 3 or 4 times. And it was just like, okay. And they could have spaced it out. Like, the recipe book, I didn't use a recipe book at all yet. They could have introduced that to me a little later. It was just so much dump and exposition. I was just itching to play the game. And even in the first dungeon, the tutorial is just like, oh look, here's this monster that's gonna stand there and not do anything and wait for you to fight it, and it's gonna be a very safe battle. And then by the time I'm actually getting in the real encounters, which are very dangerous and challenging, the tutorial didn't quite seem sufficient for that. But I also did select hard mode. So, it's an interesting experience for sure. I don't say I hate it. I don't say I love it either. If I can get this game to run properly on 4K on my proper screen, because right now I have it on one of my off screens, that is why it looks like I'm always looking strange and my eyes aren't entirely open, because I'm literally staring into my streaming light as I played this game, and it's blaring in my eyes. But I had to use this screen to play this game because I couldn't get it to properly work in 1440p. I tried my best, everybody. I really did. I wanted to share this game with you. I know how much it means to Seraphina. I think I got it working. I think I got to show you the core of the game. Do I think I did as good as Seraphina may have? Probably not. And she just recently played the remake. But I hope you guys got my spin on it. We need to find somebody to raid. So YouTube, I don't know how redirects work yet, but I see you all there. I see the support and love. Thank you so much. I don't know how to redirect you to anybody, so we're going to end on YouTube. But I am looking into it. I will figure it out. As far as the Twitch people go, we need to find somebody on Twitch. Is Al still going? No. Oh, Avalon! Oh, it's easy. Oh, we're raiding Avalon. It's not even a question. I didn't raid Avalon last time. We are 100% raiding Avalon. Alright. Well, everybody, let me set up the Avalon raid. Okay, perfect. The next stream will be on Thursday, right? I will be playing Final Fantasy 11, thank goodness. And at least that one I know how to set up right. This game's a lot of fun. There's a good chance I'm going to be playing this again on Tuesday. If I keep having this much trouble getting it to work, though, on stream, I might have to keep this as an offline play for myself. I hope that doesn't happen. I would like to stream at least a little bit more of this game and share it with you guys, especially... I don't want to say anything, but Sarah knows exactly what I'm talking about. There are 2 parts of the game I'd like to get to and stream 100%. At least that far. But we gotta see what happens. And you might kind of go through the whole game. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna go through all of Grandia, and look what happened. I didn't think I was gonna go through all Legend of Dragoon. A lot of times these Tuesday streams are usually just me trying to show you guys games I love, or games I'm having fun with, or games I'm checking out, Whole playthroughs on Tuesday streams are a little rare for me to share anyway. I did do 2 in a row there with Legend of Dragoon and Grandia, so who knows, will Legend of Heroes be the 3rd one? I'm not sure. We're gonna find out, okay? Alright, everybody, take care. Until next time.